currently 11:01 p.m. And I primarily worked on the third Josh Allen drawing during the morning hours. Kind of like, if I recall correctly, it was roughly starting from the first hours of today maybe around 4 in the morning to about 8 in the morning. I first did the details for the leggings, the knee pads. After finishing the details of the towel, then I did the Nike logo, then a tiny NFL shield. And then at some point, I drew in these, I think, before I drew in the knee pads. Then I did all of the details starting from here to here for the most part. Only details I've done pretty much just now are these black lines. What I assume is the only parts of the Buffalo Bills logo on the side of each legging, not covered by the hand, and this line in the leggings. It meant to depict a trim found on the side of the leggings. I did most of the detail work during the morning hours. I fell asleep around 8 in the morning. Woke up around 1:30 p.m. I think Dad might have woken me up. And he suddenly announced that there was a birthday party for, I believe, one of my cousins on his side of the family that we had to go to right away. It started at 3:30 p.m. And Dad first had to go to Wegmans to get a birthday card. Though that trip to Wegmans took him roughly 15 to 20 minutes because I think he also got some other stuff too, along with the card. And then we drove to his parents' place. Not only so we could sign the birthday card that he got for my cousin, who, if I recall correctly, is one of the sons of Aunt Megan. It was not only so we could sign the card, of which I signed it my usual way, writing happy birthday, the person's name, then drawing a spiky outline around the text, then doing the same for my entire name. Including writing out my middle name, the dad signed the card and put in $10. Though we also stopped at Dad's parents' place so that Dad's parents could go too. And we all went in Grandma's car. We went to Aunt Megan's house, where there was a house party. It started off with some talking with members of Dad's side of the family. At the front yard / garage area. I think I was generally inside of the garage. I think we got there around 3:15 p.m. And we were there until roughly 6 to 7 p.m. I ended up falling asleep around 7:15 p.m., roughly speaking, when we got back. I think I got up around 8 p.m. And I think I was generally quiet till roughly 10 p.m. from what I can recall. They got 2 sheet pizzas from Mark's Pizzeria. And we came into the house, the kitchen / dining room area, in order to eat, which I believe is directly connected to the garage via a door that we all went in, generally speaking. Or at least that I went in. We all went in pretty much when the pizza arrived, which took roughly 15 to 30 minutes. Before that point, I generally showed members of Dad's side of the family all the new polystyrene drawings I had done. And I told him about the fact that I'm currently working on my third Josh Allen drawing. Though they could only see the front, and roughly this, without the Nike or NFL shield or the leggings details, generally speaking. Since I generally don't like to take pictures of the polystyrene drawings until it's either complete or the same as complete. The first sheet pizza was half cheese, half pineapple, and the second one was all cheese. I think I had a total of 4 pieces. All of which were cheese. I wasn't in the mood for pineapple at the time. It's okay, but I think I felt it would have distracted from the taste of the pizza, kind of like how at the party I dipped the tortilla chips into queso, but not the Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, into the same queso. Because the queso would have distracted from the cheese flavoring. Of the Doritos. I had 2 pieces of pizza first. Then some chips. Some tortilla chips, for the first of which I tried the salsa, which was good, though I didn't feel like trying the guacamole. I had some Swedish fish, some Sour Patch grapes, some Soft Withers original candies, i.e. the kind you can chew, rather than the kinds you're supposed to suck on. The ones I just described would be Hard Withers original candies. While eating initially, I had roughly 2 glasses of, I think it was 1% milk, that Megan graciously provided. Both during and after the initial eating, I would occasionally make some conversation. Then after the initial eating, at one point, I went on using my mobile phone, HalloweenCostumes.com, and found an adult Dilophosaurus costume. Which a couple members of Dad's side of the family said looked kind of funny and not scary. I remember during that trip to Wegmans, right before we went to Dad's parents' place, he also got a bag of Smart popcorn, white cheddar, party size. I think he contributed that bag. Then again, probably not, because I saw he might have contributed that bag to the party, though I'm not 100% sure. And I think around 7:15 in the morning, I bumped my head on this slanted ceiling because I got up from here a little too quickly, kind of suddenly. Yeah, but I'm perfectly fine. How I showed members of Dad's family the third Josh Allen drawing, I did it using raw videos on my phone that make up the U-Cut projects that I upload on the channel as my dinner videos. And they were able to see through the video preview. It was around 5:30 p.m. when, as it turns out, it was a chocolate chip cookie cake that the birthday boy blew out their candles. And along with that, Dad's mom made an apple pie. I had a piece of apple pie both with my one piece of the cookie cake and a piece of the apple pie after it, both with some whipped cream. A good idea by Aunt Megan. And then about 6 p.m., the birthday boy and his two brothers did the 2022 Pakwai One Chip Challenge. Though I don't think they lasted even 15 seconds. And they didn't even eat the whole chip before I think they rinsed their mouths out with both water from the garden hose and some milk. The whole time I was wearing a Brockport hoodie And I think everyone got hit with the garden hose by the birthday boy. Yeah, everyone got splashed a little bit about 2 times. Because I think he lost control of the garden hose because while rinsing out his mouth, I think he kept spitting up phlegm due to how spicy that chip was. I've never actually done the 1 chip challenge, but I think I have that chip. I think it's somewhere within Mom's pantry closet. Which includes a sort of homemade spice rack. I asked my dad not too long ago, and it turns out actually the birthday boy did the 1 chip challenge with 2 of his friends and 1 of his brothers. But because they were all male, I initially assumed it was the birthday boy and his 2 brothers, but it turns out it was just 1 of his brothers and 2 of his friends, since I knew that the birthday boy had brothers. Also, I had some of the pulled pork that was at the party, though just a small amount of it. I think at the time I was more interested in having Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, and saving room for the homemade apple pie, and what turned out to be a cookie cake, chocolate chip. I'm gonna wait until the episodic event starts before I activate this upgrade, and even then it'll be when I get it as part of a task set. The guests at the party mostly consisted of family members on Dad's side, which also contributed to why I assumed initially that it was the birthday boy and his 2 brothers, but turns out it was actually the birthday boy, 2 of his friends, and 1 of his brothers. One of the brothers didn't do it because he was too young for it. Although I don't recall there being a minimum age requirement for the Pac Kwai 1 chip challenge, but that brother was just a young child.